The Leeward Islands Hurricane won the toss and asked Jamaican Scorpions to bat first in their second round West Indies four-day championship match. After 12 overs, Jamaica are 48 without loss, with John Campbell on 25 and with him Carlos Brown on 14. In another match taking place at the Providence Stadium in Guyana, Guyana Harpy Eagles have asked the combined colleges and campus to bat first. They are also at the drinks break, and at the drinks break, the CCC are 41 for 2. Shamar Joseph, Kevin Sinclair, and Tevin Imlach is in the Guyana Harpy Eagles squad. Returning also for the Leeward Islands Hurricane are Casey Carty, O'Shane Thomas, and Mikel Louis. The Jamaica playing 11 have seen the omission of Glenn for the inclusion of Gordon Bryan. Hello everyone, welcome to the #1 cricket channel in the Caribbean. I thank you for being here. I appreciate your company and look forward to your interaction as we go through this final hour of the first morning on the first day of the second round match between the Jamaican Scorpions and the Leeward Islands Hurricane. As I mentioned, Jamaica have left out Glenn and have included Gordon Bryan at his expense. Both playing 11 are scrolling across the bottom of the screen there. So, after 12 overs, the Jamaica Scorpions are 48 without loss, with John Cameron 25 and Carlos Brown on 14. The Leeward Islands Hurricane have used 3 bowlers thus far: O'Shane Thomas, Jeremiah Louis, and Colin Archibald. None of them are yet to get a breakthrough. So that's the situation here, that at the drinks break, they are just about to resume now. Jamaica on 48 without loss. After one round of matches, though, this is the score. This is a scorecard here after one round of matches in the tournament. So I will give you the scorecard after one round of matches in the tournament. And from the scorecard there, you see where Guyana Harpy Eagles, they are leading on 23.2 points. Trinidad and Tobago Red Force, they are on 22.6 points. Jamaica Scorpion are on 22.4 points, and Leeward Islands Hurricane are on 22.4 points, just like Jamaica. I guess why Jamaica is in third position is a matter of the letter of the alphabet, being J come before L. But both those teams are on 22.4 points. So that is the points table after one round in the regional 4-day championship. Guyana Harpy Eagle, as a result of getting 7.2 bonus points in their first match, are leading the tournament. Jamaica, on the other hand, only gets 6.4, as we're calling Archibald the left-hander over the wicket, and it's swept away by John Campbell. He swept the left-arm pacer, and that looks to go down to the field on the fine leg boundary for a single. Can you imagine John Campbell sweeping the left-arm seamer? And it's not the first time in this innings that he have swept the left-arm seamer. He moves up to 26. Jamaica will no doubt move up to 49 without loss as Carlos Brown comes into strike. You know, Carlos Brown is one who is widely considered to arguably the best batsman in the country, but while that conversation is had, he now needs to put up the numbers. 3 slips, he just pulled the bat inside the line and allowed it to go through as Archibald was the left-arm seamer over the wicket to him. So Jamaica are 49 without loss. I look forward to your interaction there. On the screen there is Tamarie Redwood, the young schoolboy out of Excelsior, Jamaica. That's a photograph of Tamarie Redwood, who took 7 for 72 in the Windward Islands second innings when Jamaica played against them in the first match last week at Arnos Vale. And enough congratulations to him. over the wicket, come Archibald. Outside the half stump, Brown driven that through the covers. They're gone for 1. They will come back for 2, no doubt, and that brings up the Jamaica 50. So Jamaica are 51 without loss after 12.3 overs. 51 without loss after 12.3 overs. Carlos Brown moves up to 16. So another 50 opening partnership for the Jamaica Scorpions as we look to build on the momentum. Yes, the champion, we are live. Yeah, we are. You are the ground, the champion. So let's watch now as the champion is saying that we are live. Thank you, the champion. Over the wicket. Bowls to Carlos Brown, who defend. John Campbell is a very confident player. I always like that about him, said the champion. And Mr. Casanova said, Jamaica needs to aim for 500 runs because the bowling looks weak, said Mr. Casanova. Yes, so I guess the more Jamaica make, the merrier we will be. Yes, so thank you for your comment. Good morning, the champion. Good morning, Mr. Casanova. Good morning to you all. You know, or good afternoon, wherever you may be. Probably good evening, good night. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to the interaction outside the half stump. Brown allows it to go through to the keeper. 3 slips is in place for the Leeward Islands Hurricane. So Brown is on 16. John Campbell is on 26. Jamaica 51 without loss. The champion, respect, man. Good morning to you. Really appreciate it. And in the other match playing, there are 2 more matches to start later today. Both will start 1 p.m. Jamaica time. Those are pink ball matches. So Barbados will play the West Indies Academy at Kensington Oval, and Trinidad and Tobago Red Force will play against the Windward Islands Volcanoes at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. So Archibald bowls to Brown, who looks to turn that one into the onside, but it got big on him. And it traveled a long way back in the air towards the bowler, but ended up dropping short. As he looks to turn that one, it probably climbed more than he expected, or maybe because the left arm seamer is going to cross him. He probably shouldn't have been trying to turn that ball. Nonetheless, no damage done. Jamaica remains at 51 without loss after 13 overs, with Brown on 16 and Campbell on 26. The Academy, the CCC are also 51 for 2. Is he considered the best batter in Jamaica? Arguably, there's a number of persons who think that Carlos Brown have the requisite skills. He has the fundamental movement skills to be a really big scorer of runs in this tournament. A lot of persons think so. He played last year, but he never quite hit down the door, you said to speak. He never quite put his name out there, but they have moved him up to open. He was batting, I think, at 4 earlier last year, but they have now moved him up to open. Sometime during the tournament last year, he was moved up to open. And arguably, he's widely, a lot of persons will tell you that he's arguably the best batsman in Jamaica at the moment. But for me, batting is runs, and you need to score the runs. Patrick Lambert, are still good to see you here. And Alfred did won the 300-meter race on Sunday. I was saying that it is background work. That's not really her thing. It's background work, but she still ended up winning. So happy for her. And I know the people of St. Lucia are glad that she have won. So 2 more matches will start later this evening at 1 p.m. Jamaica time, and 2 matches are currently going on. Those 2 matches that are starting later are pink ball matches, and they will be played at Kensington Oval and the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Jeremiah Louis over the wicket, bowls to Campbell, defends down the offside. Little ungainly, not little quite authentic, authoritative, as he squared up a little, but no damage was done as it go back down the offside of the pitch to the bowler, and there is no run. So the score remains at 51 for 1. I look forward to your interaction, so keep the interaction coming. I appreciate you being here. And we also, as usual, we have a live poll that is going on. And I would have asked Bowles to, and he covers up. And there is no run. So the score remains at 51-1. Just checking in on the live poll here to see. So 80% of you believe that Blackwood was the player of the round. So keep the vote coming in. Just 10 persons have voted so far. So we would love to see more votes coming in. That number can change very quickly, being only 10 persons have voted so far. So keep the votes coming in. They are the leading players, in my opinion. Those were the leading performers last week. As Louis Bowl outside the half stump to Canberra, who leaves alone, it goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. 51 without loss. 51 without loss after 13.4 overs, and they are going very slow. There's also another match that I will be doing a watch along on the second innings. That's the International League T20. And there are 4 West Indians taking part in that match. Shafane Rutherford, Shea Hope, Rothman Powell, Obed McCoy. The Desert Vipers are batting, the team of Shafane Rutherford. So Powell and McCoy, they are in the field at the moment. But I'll be able to do a watch along on the second innings of that match. So you can join me about 20 minutes after they take lunch here, as Canberra driven that through the offside. 1, they come back for 2. Will they look for 3? No, they stay on 2. The score goes up now to 53. 53 without loss, with 1 delivery to come in over number 14. The combined colleges and campuses, they are on 60 for 2. Mind I tell you that Shamar Joseph got a wicket this morning. He was one of the bowlers that got a wicket earlier in the CCC innings. I think he got a wicket. Was it in his second over? I think in Louis Bowles to Canberra, turned that away through square leg, and they go through for a singer. And so the score goes up now to, the return comes in and hit the stump, but no damage done, 54 without loss. I think it's in either his second or third over that he got the breakthrough this morning. So he was the one who got the breakthrough. The ball nicked off and goes through to Imlach, and he was out. So who was it? Daniel Evelyn or something like that. So Shamar Joseph. What is important about that, though, for me, it's good to see Shamar Joseph playing cricket, because that is very important. But they're going very, very slow here, because after 115 minutes, that's 65 minutes, only 14 overs have been bowled. That means, they're taking more than 5 minutes to bowl a over. More than 5 minutes to bowl a over, and that's not good. Very, very slow. So they have done away with one of the slips, Colin Archibald, none for 20 from his 4 overs. He's going to come over the wicket. That's the left-arm seamer. Bowls to Canberra, reverse sweep this down to the man at backward point who dropped the catch. So John Canberra there looking to reverse sweep the pace from off his stump. Wow. And he was dropped at backward point. Amazing from John Canberra. Amazing. Mr. Casanova, what do you think about those strokes from the young man? It's very interesting. Your parish owners, what they call it, you both of you are from the same parish, St. Mary in Jamaica. So, Mr. Casanova, what you think about those strokes from the young man? What do you think? What are your thoughts? Carlos Brown is on 16. Archibald over the wicket to Brown. Brown drive to the man at cover. There is no run. The score remains at 55 without loss, as Carter came across and field, and there is no run. Good morning, Janet. How are you? Happy to have you here, my friend. Happy to have you here. Always a pleasure knowing that you are here. Patrick Lambert said, thank you, but is Carlos related to you, or did you contribute to his development? No, I've never spoken to the young man. I don't know him. He's not related to me. I'm sure of that. I've never spoken to the young man. Don't know him. I saw him playing cricket, but I've never spoken to him. Over the wicket, Archibald bowls to Brown, covers up, played it to mid-off, no run. The score remains at 56 without loss. No, what, Patrick Lambert, what are you implying? Well, I appreciate it that he's a Brown. But a number of persons, and that's why I say arguable, arguable is always a way to get out of making a point. Because if a man say that Carlos Brown is the best batsman in his opinion, you have to respect the man's opinion. You may disagree, but you have to respect the man's opinion. Over the wicket, bowls to Brown, leaves it alone outside the half stump, through to the keeper, and there is no run. The score remains at 56 without loss after 14.3 overs. And over at Providence Stadium, that score is 65 for 2. 65 for 2. So the Desert Vipers are playing against the Dubai Capitals in the first qualifier, and we will be doing some live watch along on that after lunch in this match. So keep the comments coming. You know what Jamaica is playing, and so I'll answer in the blue shot outside the half stump, nicked off, not outside the umpire. The bowler ran through, but it's clearly the bat hitting the ground. So he pitched up. Brown looks to drive. The bat hit the ground. The bowler don't even look back at the umpire. He started celebrating. They should fine him 50% of his match fee for that. They have been warned about doing that, and they continue to do it. So he's going to be probably fined 50% of his match fee for not looking back at the umpire before start celebrating. It is something that is seen in cricket as highly disrespectful. So he will be fined. Don't worry about it. When you continue to do these things, do it 10 more times and you won't get any pay for the match, and then probably you will just learn. Archibald bowls to Brown, and Brown drives magnificently right out of the screw. Hold that, Archibald. It's slowing up though. This outfield is very slow, but they will come back for 2. The score moves up now to 58 without loss. Right out of the screw, but the outfield is very heavy. It seems that there was a lot of rain at the Sir Vivian Richards Cricket Stadium or something. It looked a very lush outfield. Or they probably never cut it as well as it should, because that came right out of the screw and it should have sailed across the ground. So 58 without loss now, the Jamaica Scorpions. 3 slips and a gully goes down as Archibald over the wicket, bowls to Brown, allows it to go through, nothing doing. He's very slow, Archibald. Very, very slow. I think 2 years ago he was bowling with a little more pace, but these days he's too slow. So after 15 overs, Jamaica 58 without loss, with Carlos Brown on 18, John Camber on 30. As I told you, Jamaica have made one change to their playing 11, bringing in Gordon Bryan for Javel Glenn. And so their playing 11 is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. They're both playing 11s from both teams. So you can tune into the playing 11 that is scrolling, both playing 11 that are scrolling across the bottom of the screen there. So the Jamaican O'Shane Thomas are in the Leeward Islands Hurricane team, but he never bowled well this morning. And I think Camber set after him. So, but now spin will be coming into the attack for the first time. The big rock, Rakeem Cornwall, is coming into the attack for the first time. And Patrick Lambert here I'm saying that many persons would argue that Carlos Brown is the best batsman in Jamaica. Many persons will also argue that Rakeem Cornwall is the best off spinner in the Caribbean. You know, a lot of persons will argue that he is the best off spinner in the Caribbean, and may well be. As he put on a little weight, I don't know. I don't know if it's a camera image or what, but it just looks like the players are all round the wicket. Come Cornwall, bowls to Campbell, sweeps this away down towards fine leg. They will go for one. They will come back for two. The fielder from slip gave chase. That's Aidan Walsh Jr. And they second and two. The score goes up to 60 without loss. Everyone just look a little bigger. Patrick Lambert, what do you think about my camera on Sunday? Do you think that the camera is clear and bright and it's good? What do you think? Cornwall to Canberra again. He sweeps down towards fine leg again. Again, they will get two. This time the fielder from backward square leg comes around. Where the image coming through bright and clear, Patrick Lambert. The score moves up now to 62 without loss. I think on Friday of this week, I'll be doing a schoolboy match on Friday of this week. So tune into that live match. We'll do the match and also do the watch along at the same time. We will talk about this match while we are streaming that match live. So I look forward to see you then. That's Canberra swept away again. This time straight to the man at backward square leg. So clearly Canberra brought his broom out today. The score moves up to 63 without loss. Carlos Brown is on 18. He comes into strike. The score is 63 without loss. Canberra have moved up to 35. So 63 without loss. There's a slip and a forward short leg in place for Canberra. Coming to your comment, Mr. Casanova. Just want to get through this over. And they're bringing in a short. You say it is standing. The popping crease at the bowler's end. If you extend it right out to about 5 meters, that's where the fielder is standing. So you call it probably a short wide mid-on or a straight mid-wicket. After back foot goes Brown, he played it to backward point, no run. The score remains at 63 without loss with one to come in over number 16. So there's a slip on a forward short leg, and that man at a straight mid-wicket or a short mid-on. Pick your pick. Cornwall over the wicket, bowls to Brown. After back foot, cannot beat backward point, and there is no run. The score remains at 63 without loss at the end of over number 16. Went to tackle like John Campbell said, Mr. Casanova. But I am from Ochi originally. I saw that Taki bowled out a team yesterday for 11 runs. I couldn't believe it. Well, but Taki bowled out a team yesterday for 11 runs? Interesting. Which team was that? Very interesting. Wow, that man having a good sleep. So Taki bowled out a team yesterday for 11 runs in schoolboy cricket in Jamaica. Wow. Well, those things do happen, you know. It's a preliminary round. When it gets to the second round, when all the weak teams are eliminated, then you would have the 10 best team in the country, and then the competition will get much stiffer. But in the preliminary round, those things could happen. Well, not say the 10 best team in the country, in rural Jamaica, because as you know, the corporate area have their separate schoolboy cricket competition. So Thomas is back into the attack. 4 overs, none for 17. Over the wicket, bowls to Canberra, play to mid-on. They go through for a single. The underarm flick, and there's no damage done. 64 without loss as Canberra comes through for the single. I'm trying to see if I can find the score there, Mr. Casanova, which team was bowled out for 11 runs yesterday. Just checking on the score. I know Black River won yesterday. Black River beat yesterday? Cambridge. So I'm checking on the score here, Mr. Casanova. So Taki played against Dintil yesterday. No, Dintil made 81 all out and Taki make 82 without loss. Interesting, because last week, so what happened there? Why Dintil only made 81? Cricket is a funny game, because last week I think a batsman from Dintil made a double century. Whittingham was his name or something like that. He made a double century. Thomas over the wicket bowls to Brown, who covers up and played it back down the pitch, and there's no run. The score remains at 64 without loss. Yes, sir. Let's see how many Whittingham made yesterday. Oh, he made 21 out of the 81. So what happened there? And Taki replied with 82 without loss. They won by 10 wickets. And for Olaba beat Brownstone yesterday. Glenmore beat Alphonsus Davis, which was his formerly Spalding High School yesterday. Just giving you an update on the matches yesterday. And Stets beat Cornwall College yesterday by 9 wickets also. Black River beat Cambridge. So yesterday in schoolboy cricket in Jamaica, there were victory for Black River, Stets, Glenmore, Olaba, Taki, and Ochi Rias. That's rural schoolboy cricket. Today, there are 2 more matches today being played in rural schoolboy cricket in Jamaica. St. James will play against Green Pond at Green Pond. 4 more matches. Garvey Massey playing Clarendon College at Garvey Massey. Oh, and the big match. Oh, there's a big match going on at Manchester Eye. The defending champion Manchester Eye will play Omotech at Manchester Eye. All those games should have already started at 10 o'clock. And Monroe College will play Cross Key at Malvern. It must be very cold right now in Malvern. So those are schoolboy cricket games coming up in Jamaica today. 4 more matches. Yesterday there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches yesterday, and today 4 more matches. That's rural schoolboy cricket. So that's for rural Jamaica. And I know the persons in Kingston will be asking probably, what about Kingston? Then I will try and tell you what's going on in Kingston. So I will 65 without loss after 16.5 overs. So went to Taki like John Campbell. Yes, so I will double check that, Mr. Casanova, because yesterday result is saying that it was 81 that Dintil made. Turn away, back up with a square leg for 1 more by Camber. He moves up to 37. The score is now 66 without loss. So in Kingston, Excelsior beat Bridgeport by 9 wickets. So Excelsior is the school of Tamarie Redwood, the young man there on the screen. So when he comes back, he will play for his school. Inzud win by 10 wickets at Shedwin Park. And what's this? Norman Manley beat Morant Bay. St. George's College beat Jonathan Grant. St. Jago beat St. Catherine Eye. So that St. Catherine Eye is a school of Julel Alfred. So the match is coming up. Woolmores will play Port Antonio. Stats play Campion. Jamaica College play Calabar. Bridgeport play Norman Manley. Morant Bay play Inzo, Tarrant play Excelsior, and Georges play Stats. Those are the game coming up for the rest of the week in Jamaica schoolboy cricket. So so you're up to date now with the news on schoolboy cricket in Jamaica. So that's it. We look forward, really get going in the second round when the top 10 teams from the rural areas and the top 8 teams from the corporate areas. That's when it really get nice, and those matches now are 2-day matches. Cornwall to Camberwell swings and misses, and it goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. So over in Guyana, the score is 87 for 2. So the They are putting up a little fight here. The combined colleges and campuses, 87 for 2. Shakira Paris is on 20, and Johan Jeremiah is on 49. Yeah, 49 he is on. So they are putting up a little fight over there at Providence Stadium. Patrick Lambert said, yes, it was not bad, just the volume was low and different voices in the background. Yeah, you see, at these curry goat matches, although they were saying that it's not curry goat matches, it's rice and peas and chicken matches, chicken match. But at these curry goat matches, it's hard to get rid of those voices because you're not in a here as such, you know. You're out in the open. You know, they set up an elevated stance for you and so on, but persons are still surrounding you, you know, so it's going to be always difficult, but it's wonderful. It was wonderful. Forward comes the batsman. That score I was seeing was from January 28th, my bad, and it was Brownstone that day for 9 runs. Okay, thank you. Respect, no problem, Mr. Casanova. So Jamaica are 72 without loss. After 18 overs, 72 without loss. This is now a good start by Jamaica. Hopefully they will press on here. You know, Mr. Casanova said that Jamaica need 500 runs. Brownstone Ice seems to be one of the weaker high school teams. You know how I look at it, Mr. Casanova? I look at it and say that the good thing about it, their boys are playing the cricket. The boys are playing the cricket. To my mind, it is 50 odd high schools in total that are playing the cricket. O'Shane Thomas over the wicket, bowls forward, comes Brown, and there is no run. The score is 72 without loss. And after the second round, you know, the better schools will qualify for the second round. The standard of the cricket will go up. But the good thing is that interest has been shown. The cricket is being played. The Jamaica Cricket Association have given every school that is taking part, they have given them some kits. I don't know what make up that kits. Probably I should find out and tell you what is in the kit. I should probably call O'Neill Cruikshank and ask him. Outside the half stump, cut away to the man at backward point, and there is no run. I should probably get him on the show to say exactly what they have given to the schools, because I know that the Jamaica Cricket Association would have given them some gears. The costs of that are what they have given them. I don't know, but every single schools that are taking part in the schoolboy cricket competition, all about 50 of them, as I said, have received some level of support from the Jamaica Cricket Association. And big up Grace Kennedy for sponsoring the tournament. Whipped away by Carlos Brown to the man at mid-wicket. There's no run. The score remains at 72 without loss. So we must big up Grace Kennedy and company for once again stepping up. You know, they are the one who sponsor champs, and now they are sponsoring the schoolboy cricket. And Jamaica Cricket Association would have also give them some gears. And big commendation to Issa for once again organizing the tournament. I think except for COVID, the tournament played every year for probably the last 100 years. So once again, Issa had stepped up to the plate and organized the tournament. Thomas bowls outside the half stump, cut away through the gap. It running out towards the boundary by Brown. It gets there. No. Well done by the fielder. Pull it back. They should come back for 3 though. And so they are back for 3. The return comes in at the bowler's end, but the batsman was safely home. 3 more to the total, 75 now without loss. Brown will move up to what, 21, I think? You know? Yes, so Mr. Casanova, the good thing is that the cricket is being played. And even tomorrow morning, I won't be doing a watch along tomorrow morning. If anything is in the afternoon, probably for the last session, but I have a commitment. 22 is Carlos Brown at a prep school tomorrow morning. I have a commitment at a prep school. I'll go there and I will spend a hour or so there introducing cricket to some of the bigger students at the prep school. So it's good to see. It's good to see that Over the wicket, Thomas bowls to Canberra, cut down to third man for 4, is it? The camera is showing third man, but I'm not seeing the ball, or did it go to slip? What happened there? So I've not seen that ball. Canberra cut. Yes, it goes down to third man for 4. Don't see the ball. I don't know if any of you pick it up, but 4 runs, because I saw it when it beat the slip card, and there was no third man, so it must be 4. So you and Jeremiah have made his half century in the match against Guyana for the combined colleges and campuses. Thomas, 5.5 overs, none for 27. This over has gone for 7th so far. He comes in now to bowl to his fellow countryman, Canberra. He's over the wicket, bowls to Canberra, and Canberra cut, misses through to the keeper, no run, 47 he is. Carlos Brown on 22, Jamaica 79 without loss, as we pushed up towards lunch on the first day of the second round West Indies first class 4-day cricket match championship. Welcome to you all. Please smash a like on the video and look forward to your interaction. Ivan, our spiritual leader, is here. And good morning to you, Ivan. Always good to have you here. Thank you for blessing us. We appreciate it, and thank you all the while for tuning in. We really appreciate it, Ivan. Thank you very much. I have not seen much of Carlos, but for Cornwall, everyone can see the figures. All right, Patrick Lambert, thank you. Yes, so Lord Appeal is out. Carlos Brown is out. So the big rock of struck. Just waited on the replay as I was reading Patrick Lambert comment. Was he looking to sweep and he was given out? So let's look now. Cornwall. Oh, he's out, you know. You know he's out. Well bowled, Cornwall. That's the doosra. Oh, Brown never picked the doosra. You can see it straight. If you look back at the replay, you can see it straighten up, because when I saw the ball let go out of Cornwall and I saw it pitch, I was immediately going to go off on a rant. But then I saw the doosra straighten up. Well bowled, Rakeem Cornwall. So Mr. Casanova said 50 high schools playing. Wow, how many high schools in Jamaica? I do not know, but I don't think that's not half the number, though. That's not half the number. But I do not know, but that's not half the number. But importantly, though, when you look at the 50 high schools, let's put that in perspective. The fact that 50 high schools are playing cricket. Let's put that in perspective. I don't think there's any other country in the Caribbean who have 10 schools, more than 10 schools playing schoolboy cricket. So for Jamaica to have 50, you see the magnitude of it if you put that in perspective. So I don't think there's any other country in the Caribbean where you have more than 10 high schools playing schoolboy cricket. I stand corrected if there is any such, but from my research, my knowledge, and what I know, I don't think there's any other country where you have more than 10 playing. So it would be very interesting. So, for example, for Guyana, I am told that schoolboy cricket is not played in Guyana at the high school level. So even that I stand corrected on that. So Brown goes again for another low score. So despite all the hype around him and all the talk around him, he continues not to produce those big scores. And it is those big scores that are going to make your reputation, not what others say, not what I say or what others say. You know, you have to make the big scores. 79 for 1 Jamaica, though, after 19.3 overs. Brown comes in, bowls to the left-handed Mackenzie down the leg side, goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. And Mackenzie really need a big score, you know. He really need a big score. So Hopefully, these two can take it up to lunch without any further damage. Just about 18 minutes to go before lunch. Cornwall round the wicket, bowls to Mackenzie, who covers up and played it to seal it off. The keeper comes from behind the stump and field, and there is no run. So the score remains at 79 for 1. Round the wicket comes Cornwall, bowls to Mackenzie, and Mackenzie played it to forward short leg. End of over number 20. Jamaica 79 for 1. John Camber is on 47. The batsman out, Carlos Brown for 22 from 62 delivery. Sweeping at the doosra from Cornwall. Never picked it. And he was out plumb leg before. Didn't realize Jamaica even had so many high schools to begin with. And you are saying 50 isn't even half? No, 50 isn't half the number of high schools in Jamaica. So, wow. The combined colleges and campuses are 100. What, that's 110 for 2? Wow, this is not bad. 101 for 2. So they are not doing badly here. O'Shane Thomas, about to bowl his 7th over the wicket. Bowls to Camber, who played inside the line, allow it to go through to the keeper, and there is no run. Yes, man. Probably 50 high schools in Kingston and St. Andrew alone, Mr. Casanova. You have the legacy schools. When I say like the legacy schools, like you have the Merle Grove, the Campion, the Calabar, the JC, the KC, the Camperdown, those legacy schools, those schools that are there for years, and long before you and I were born, those legacy schools. And that's you have the Merle Grove, you have the Holy Childhood, you have the St. Andrew's High. Oh, so you have 50 schools in the corporate era alone, And if you say that they had just a rough estimate, in Kingston and St. Andrew in the corporate era, you have 50 schools. Beaten outside the off stump there by Thomas. And this is a much better spell, or much better start to the over from Thomas here, O'Shane Thomas. And if you take it to say that in each parish you have an average 10 schools per parish, run it down to say 8 schools per parish. 12 8's 96. So there may well be more than 150 high schools in Jamaica, Mr. Casanova. Just a rough check. When I come back for the watch along for the ILT T20 match, hopefully that Shea Hope will be playing some wonderful strokes in that match. I'll give you an example for a minute. It's flashed away by Campbell through the covers down to the boundary for 4. That's his half century. It's a second consecutive half century now for John Campbell. I hope he goes on to make this one a really big one. So let's hope he goes on and make this one a really, really big one, So he moves up now to 51. Jamaica 83 without loss. 83 without loss. Flashed away through the offside, down to the boundary for 4. And another thing, Mr. Casanova, when you look at it, why we can absorb so many students from the Caribbean is because of the number of high schools we have, O'Shane bowls to Campbell, who plays a textbook forward defensive stroke, and there is no run. And that's why almost 300 students from all over the Caribbean are in Jamaican high schools. And if you look at it, there are some high schools in some country in the Caribbean who themselves don't have 300 students in those schools. So, so that's a good thing that we are doing here, to be able to absorb those students. And we provide education for them, and most of them are here because of track and field and football nonetheless, but they also in the meantime getting an education. Inside edge, down to fine leg, 1 more to the total, 84 for 1. Campbell moves up to 52. So Kirk Mackenzie yet to score. We'll need a good score from him here. 84 for 1 Jamaica. We are in over number 21. Just about 13 minutes to go before lunch. And if we are judging by how they are moving and how slow they have moved this morning, it is fair to say it's probably another 3 overs after this before lunch. So after this one, there'll be another 3 overs. So hopefully these 2 batsmen can carry Jamaica through to lunch. It's Jamaica all the way. We're saying, Thomas ball outside the half stump to Mackenzie, who allows it to go through, and there is no run. End of the over. None for 32 from 7 overs is O'Shane Thomas. Jamaica 84 for 1 after 21 overs, with the captain Camber bringing up his second half century of the tournament, his second consecutive half century. He never batted in Jamaica's second innings. He's on 52 not out. With him is his vice captain, Kirk Mackenzie, yet to score after facing 6 deliveries. Campbell will be on strike to Rakeem Cornwall for the start of the 22nd over of the Jamaica innings. Thank you. I really appreciate you being here. Happy to see you here. And so looking at the poll now, and just an update on the polls. I hope more persons would have voted. So just a very few persons voted. I really hope that they would have more vote. But 71% of you believe that Jermaine Blackwood is the player of the round. So, is the player of the round. Big up Ivan Johnson. So nice to see. I always say that this is a community, and I always look at it and say, I'm democratic. And if the community said that Jermaine Blackwood is a player of the round, well, fine, I accept that. At 109 and then 75, 184 runs and 3 wickets. I accept that. My choice though was Luke North from Guyana. That was my choice. I think that in the second innings, he got 4 in the first innings, and then the second innings, he really bowled his team to victory. So that was my choice, but that's just one person. The majority of you think that it should be Blackwood. So for me, it is Blackwood then. So thank you for participating. So Blackwood is a player of the round for the first round. On the back foot goes Mackenzie, and he's off the mark as he turns that one down to fine leg for a single. So 1 more to the total. So good to see Mackenzie getting off the mark. And as I said, he really, really needs a big score. Mackenzie definitely need a big score. John Camber's on 55 from 66 deliveries. There's a slip as Cornwall round the wicket, bowls to Camber, who just blocked it out into the offside, and there is no run. The score remains at 88 for 1. 88 for 1. Let's watch Cornwall now. He's round the wicket, bowls to Camber, and Camber is forward, stretches right out and blocked it. The keeper comes from behind the stump and field. End of Cornwall 4th over. 1 for 15 from his 4 overs. Jamaica 88 for 1 after 22 overs, with Camber on 55 and Carlos Brown on 22. So Carlos Brown on 22. I just have some comments here from the Jamaica. Wow, 2 massive ships in port there in Antigua. So good business here. Odyssey of the Sea. And is it Royal Caribbean to the right? So good. So why are some of those persons not at the cricket? Why are some of those persons not at the cricket? Because on Sunday when I was at Half Moon, Half Moon, and that is just a curry goat match, and yet still persons were there. Persons were there watching the cricket. And 2 massive ships, and this is a regional match. Why are some of those persons not at the ground? So I don't understand why. I just think that some of them should be at the ground. So yes, so Tamarie Redwood. So as you see there, so Robert Haynes, the coach of the Jamaica team, This is what he has to say about Tamarie Redwood in part. I just take out some sections of it, the sections that I think that was like capture the essence of what he was saying. As Mackenzie played that away down towards the cover boundary. Aiden Walsh is in the attack now, the right arm leg spinner. And that his second delivery was short, back of a length, and Mackenzie played it down towards the cover point boundary, and they got 2. So here is what he has to say about the young man. Let me get my glasses, please. He's only 18. He's still learning. Let's watch. Walsh comes over the wicket, bowls to Mackenzie after back foot, covers up, played back to the bowler, and there is no runs. He's only 18. He's still learning. The sky's the limit because Redwood spin the ball a lot. He has a googly. Let's watch. Bowls to Mackenzie forward. He spins the ball a lot and he has a googly, which he also spins very well. So what we're working on now is mostly control. So that's part of the comment that Ains said about Tamarie Redwood as Mackenzie played that one to short, backward square leg, and there is no run. So there's a forward short leg and there's a backward square leg. There's an advertisement on the TV screen, a digital advertisement, and that's one not going to come up. Well, I shouldn't have called the name. So let's read that again. He's only 18. He's still learning. The sky's the limit because Redwood spins the ball a lot and he has a googly, which he also spins very well. So what we are working on now is mostly control. I appreciate that. He went on to say, he was at a spin bowling camp in Antigua, and they said he spins the ball a lot, but he has some issues to sort out. So, although he's so talented, there's still a lot of work to be done. So, basically, Ains is saying that, yes, Redwood got 7 for 72. Yes, he's a big spinner off the ball. We appreciate that. But while he has the potential to go to the very top, he's far away from that. He has some issues. We are working on his control. He can turn the ball both ways very well, but we are working on his control. There's a lot of work to be done. Ains went on further, and I love this one in particular. I love this from Ains. That's Robert Ains, the former West Indies leg spinner. Bowls to Cornwall there, bowls to John Camber, who looked to turn it down the onside. The keeper misses. The keeper did not collect. And, there's an indication that there probably was a stumping chance, but it couldn't be because the keeper never collected. Cornwall's to Camber, and Camber is forward. Definitely batting, playing for lunch now. But there's going to get in another over, sure. Probably. But the spinners are, all of a sudden are going through the overs much quicker, and they will get in another one. So 3 to come in this over. They will get in another one at least. Bowl to Camber forward. And I love this last statement from Ains. I have told him that it's a lot of work. Love that from Robert Ains. He has told the young man that's a lot of work. He will have to make a lot of sacrifices. Love that. It's not easy. I hope that his parents, the persons around him, he himself, that they would probably frame that statement. And every time he goes into his bedroom at nights or in the living room, he will see it. Because I'm very, very impressed with this statement from Ains. I have told him that it's a lot of work. Yes, that's the only way you can get to the top. He will have to make a lot of sacrifices. What I always said, those who became international stars, all the great cricketers, all the great sportsmen in the world, they spend hours and hours and hours out of the sight of camera doing the boring things, doing the basic things. And so you have to make a lot of sacrifices. When your friends are on the shopping mall at Sovereign or those places, you have to be putting in some work. Not that you're not going to find time to socialize, but you must realize now that it is 6-8 hours of training a day, you know. So I love that from Ains. And let's watch. Walsh comes in now, bowls to Mackenzie, who played this to mid-off, and there is no run. Jamaica should try and make this the last over before lunch, you know. And finally, Ains had said, the captain believed in him, the team believed in him, the support behind him was tremendous, and he came out on top. Very important, as Mackenzie blocked that one. So the captain believed in him, the team believed in him, the support behind him was tremendous, and he came out on top. Very, 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 very well. It's important. Support is always important. And it's very key, you know. That is very key. So I love that from Ains. I love all that he said there, and I'm glad that he spoke to the young man, and he just tried to just calm down the thing, you know, because a 18-year-old gets 7 for 72 on his debut in regional first-class cricket. You know, it's good to see that he just calm it down. Ains just calm it down, you know. So happy for that. He just tone it down. And I'm telling you, I really like that comment there. I have told him that it's a lot of work. I have told him. Very good. Round the wicket come Walsh. Bowl to Mackenzie. Full toss. It away. Gone all the way over the top. It bounced for 4. So, it's Camber, not Mackenzie. Both are left-handers. And sorry about that. And that one hit away for 4 over mid-on. Should probably have hit it for 6, but nonetheless, importantly, he didn't get out. And the score is 4 more. So it's 59 for him. Jamaica 95 for 1. 95 for 1. So that should make it the last over. Walsh bowls to Camber, who played it out into the cover, and there is no run. So Jamaica 95 for 1, and I can tell you that the CCC, the Combined Colleges and Campuses, they are 108 for 2. Pulled away by Camber. Down towards mid-wicket. And 1 more to the total. It's now 96. Until the level of domestic cricket reaches the same level as the other established test nation, domestic teams, we shall continue to be in the cellar for test cricket. I agree with you, Never Isaac. So it's lunch. I will be back here in about 25 minutes or so, just taking this last delivery from the Guyana match before lunch. So Jamaica go to lunch at 96 for 1. So it's forward. So that's lunch 2 in Guyana with the CCC 100. So they got 30 overs in Guyana. Well done. So the CCC over there in Guyana, they are 119 for 2 off their 30 overs. In the match here, you know, it's only 25 overs have been bowled. So I will be back in about 25 minutes. So Never Isaac, join me then as we look at that match. So I don't think there many persons will disagree with you with that. I have 2 questions to ask you. What is the reason for it? And what is the fix? Because everybody, what you said, everybody knows that. I think everybody will agree with that. So tell me, what's the root cause? Mr. Casanova is saying Blackwood got a century and a 75 with wickets. Okay, so that's no problem. As I said, you know, everyone is entitled to their opinion. I gave my opinion on who I would have given it to. But if you think that Blackwood should get it, I don't have an issue with that. And that's why officially Blackwood is the player of the round. Which high school Redwood went to? Excelsior High School. Simone Tinglin, how are you? Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you being here. Simone from Half Moon. Is that Simone from Half Moon? Tinglin is your surname? Okay. Wasn't aware of it. Canberra not playing around. He's going hard. So Mrs. Tinglin, appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. And as I said then, you know, it's a wonderful place. After the match on Sunday, Simone gave us a tour of the property and it's absolutely beautiful. Dazzlingly beautiful, you know. I'm not allowed to post any of the pictures here because of restrictions, but if you are going on a vacation, I'm telling you, the place to go is Half Moon. Check it out, man. Check it out. The champions said agree. The gravy train is over. It's time for every player to train for 8 hours a day for 6 days to get us where we need to be, said the champion. Thank you very much. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you being here. Please remember to slash a like on the video and click on that subscribe button. See you in another 20 minutes or so as we do a watch along on the Desert Vipers versus the Dubai Capitals involving 4 West Indies players. Take care of yourself and see you in a little bit.